Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jackson.
My name's Kobe.
And welcome back to the Combat Corner series of top 5 lists. And today we'll be breaking down our top 5 strikers of all time.
We will. Take it away,
I will be
Jackson.
going first.
Take it away.
So coming in at number 5, I have put down Mr. Anderson Silva. Still holding the record for the most consecutive title defenses at middleweight with a 10. And doing that, he put on a clinic against everyone that they put up against him. There was a couple fights here and there that weren't exciting, if you liked, but he had a really unpredictable style of striking, kept everyone on his toes, and the other thing was he was extremely entertaining. So I've got him down as my number 5. Number 4, I've got Francis Ngannou, mainly just for his pure knockout power. Some of the scariest knockouts that we've seen in the UFC have come from this dude alone. What he did to Overeem was incredible. Obviously, knocking out Stipe in their second fight, also an incredible performance. One of the most feared men to walk the earth today, and also putting Tyson Fury on his ass more recently. So he's my number 4. Coming in at number 3.
Number 3. Burger
Conor
King foot lettuce.
McNugget.
Okay.
Conor McGregor. Now I've got him in there because he also, for his weight class, was had some of the scariest knockout power that anyone had seen at featherweight before. And even moving up to lightweight, he held that as well. Obviously bringing an energy to the octagon that no one had ever seen before. Really bringing the UFC to life in the end. And exploding onto the scene just with knockout after knockout, and still holding the fastest title knockout ever.
16 seconds.
16 seconds. Absolutely incredible. So here's my number 3. Number 2. This one might surprise you considering the 3 names I've said already, but this is my list and it's not yours. So who it is Mr. Max Blessed Holloway. Max has the most recorded significant strikes in UFC history. He has the most recorded strikes in a single fight, I believe. But he has also been hit the most. So every single time he steps into the octagon, you can guarantee it's going to be a crazy fight. He is going to soon be challenging for the BMF title. And that is largely down to the fact that he goes in there and he swings for the hills. He's never been dropped. Obviously never been knocked out. So that's why he's my number 2. Number 1. I love this man. I'm a straight man myself, but if I wasn't, I would choose this man. I chose number 1 is Alex Pereira.
So if you were gay, you'd go for him.
A 2-division kickboxing champ before he got into the UFC, and now a 2-division UFC champion. Just an incredible reign so far. He has knocked out Israel Adesanya. He has knocked out Yuri Prochazka. He's obviously had some really crazy fights with some other people. Obviously knocking out Sean Strickland. That was a massive moment. This guy's left hook puts nightmares to shame. Okay? All right?
Puts nightmares to shame,
So
mate.
Alex Pereira is my number 1
Nice.
favorite striker of all time. Kobe, take it away.
Well, first of all, I like your list. I do.
Thanks,
And
man.
there were some people I hadn't really considered in there. So, you know. And look, as we were saying just before, there's many a top striker in the UFC. Name a few that aren't on my list. Francis Ngannou, Alistair Overeem, people like this. Anderson Silva, like you say. All great strikers in their own right. It's hard to pick 5,
Mm-hmm.
I did want to just note down 2 honorable mentions that aren't really top 5 or maybe not even top 10, but people I really like to watch. Corey Sandhagen.
Yep.
And Petr Yan.
Yep.
Two fighters that 2 strikers that I love to watch brawl.
Both bantamweights.
Both bantamweights. They have fought, and that was a crazy cool fight when they did fight. Just wanted to note that I really like their styles. Jan's boxing style, mixing in some kicks and takedowns, absolutely awesome. Corey's just flair. It's insane.
Yeah.
But anyway, getting to my actual list, another bantamweight, Sugar Sean O'Malley, I'm going with. And Sean's main strength in his striking is his feints and his creativity with his feints. The way Sean feints is a lot different, in my opinion, to the way other people feint. He throws feints, but the feints that he throws are reminiscent of shots that he would actually hit you with. A lot of people just, twitch and throw this and that. Yep. But he's actually, throwing the uppercut. His feints are different to most people's. They're extremely hard to read, and obviously so fast. And look, he knocks out most of the people he goes in there with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So clean, so crisp, just so cool, man. I love watching this guy fight. And so I'm putting him in at number 5. People will probably get pissed off at that, but he's going in at number 5, and there's probably no one watching anyways.
Number 4.
Number 4, I'm going with someone that comes from your list, Alex Pereira. He's going in at number 4 for me. The only reason is I just want to see more. And look, he's won 2 championships. He's beaten some of the best fighters in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. But I want to wait for his career to play out, finish, or, I want to see 10, 11 fights from him in the UFC. And then I'll give him maybe a higher rating, right? Because he has scary hands and he hits everyone. Everyone gets hit eventually.
We'll remake this video once
we will.
Alex Pereira
once he's
has
finished.
10 or 11
and we'll see
fights.
where that comes. But he's coming in at number 4, mainly because of how fucking scary he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is intimidating as fuck, but he's also very funny.
Yeah.
Again, if I was gay, I'm not saying I wouldn't. All right.
Number 3.
Number 3, another man from your list, Conor McGregor. And both of us have put him at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Conor has an awesome style, his boxing style, but more of the old Conor, the karate stance, boxing, nice spinning attacks, a lot of flary kicks, loose on his feet, fucking lost my words there. Bobbing and weaving, jumping around, but did it in 2 weight classes. His power obviously carried to both.
Mm-hmm.
Fastest knockout in UFC history in a title fight, 16 seconds. Crazy stuff, beating Aldo, who's not a bad striker himself.
Mm-hmm.
That left hand, nobody can take that left hand shot. And it's right.
Yeah.
Apart from Dustin Poirier and Khabib.
Yeah, they could both
They
take
both could. Anyway, moving on to another. Number 2, Israel Adesanya. And the reason he's there above Alex Pereira is because he's just been in the sport for longer. He's just been doing it for longer. He had a lot of title defenses. And personally, watching his striking on his come up and his title win against Robert Whittaker, just next level.
Yeah.
That fight against Derek Brunson that's got to be one of the most impressive striking performances I think I've ever seen in my entire life. That was insane.
And not to interrupt, but I think to go on to be one of the most dominant middleweights that we've ever seen in the UFC and only rely on your kickboxing, literally not mixing in anything else, having great distance management. I think you're right.
Yeah, we're both struggling to talk. He's class. He's absolutely class. And some performances were just ridiculous. The performance against Brad Travares. Oh, guys, I need a rest. That was insane. Went to decision, didn't get the finish there, but that was just another clinic by Izzy earlier in his career as a younger fighter. Anyway, number 1, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is my number 1.
Okay.
Because I love watching him fight.
Yeah.
When it's a striking battle, I don't think anyone beats him. Like, we saw him against Vicente Luque, who's known to be a very, very good striker.
Yep.
Got battered by Wonderboy. Wonderboy played with him. Wonderboy on the feet is almost unbeatable, I think, at welterweight for sure. Like, the guy's his ability to close distance, get in, stay at range, uses kicks, uses punches, and he's a karate guy, but he's got hands.
Mm-hmm.
Karate guys usually don't have hands. He's got hands, 2 of them. And
I've seen them.
yeah, they're there to be seen. And look, I just have to put him in at number 1. I love the guy.
No,
absolute G. Top G.
That was one of my top 5 fights. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out.
Check that one out.
Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Kevin Holland. Another guy who tried to stand and bang with him was supposed to go 5 rounds, ended up going 4, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that is a very good list. Look, I like how there's a few names in there that I didn't even think of. But yeah, that was our top 5 favorite strikers of all time.
Thank you, guys.
Leave a comment below and let us know what top 5 list you would like to see. Otherwise,
let us know your top 5 list as well.
The video and subscribe. Maybe check out our full-length podcast, and we'll see you next Friday for another one.
See you next Friday, lads.